Hello? Hello, welcome. Welcome on in. Back to the kitchen, everyone. Am I echoing, or is it just me that thinks I sound like that? Hello? I think it's okay. Let me know, though. On my side, it sounds kind of doubled. But maybe it's just because I haven't heard my voice in a long time. It's fine, Kay. Hi, Happy. Hi, Helquin. Mish. First things first. This stream is for you. Thank you for saving up your pots and pans points, requesting me to make all of this yummy, tasty food for you today. Maybe we'll learn a little bit together. Wonderful. The request was like over a year old, by the way, just so we're all aware. They're still in there though. We're gonna keep crossing them off. Don't worry. I didn't delete them. Okay, who else we got in here? Kimmers, hi, how are you? Mickey, happy Friday. Ruru2 is with us. Did everyone have a good week so far? Mine's been like really good, honestly. Been a very productive week. Feeling good. Living life with my own self here in the apartment. Not so bad. I only spent $50 on groceries again this week, so that was an awesome feeling as well. What else? I went for Japanese food for lunch yesterday with my brother. That was lovely to catch up with him. I had a tuna don bowl, it's called. So it was like seasoned rice with some sesame seeds in there. And then on top there was like shaved radishes, pea shoots, some greens on there. And then they served it with pickled ginger and wasabi. And it was just like tuna sashimi on top of the bowl. It was so delicious for $17. Like, how could you even beat that? And you even picked me up. I felt so spoiled. So it was like a wonderful day yesterday. It was nice to kind of get out. I literally have not been to a restaurant before that time since August. Nuts how fast time goes by. But I guess we were working a lot during that time, so kind of fair, right? Hi, Trekker. How's it going? Oh yeah, and then my brother got one of his favorite things is a chicken karaj don bowl. Has anyone ever had chicken karaj? It's like Japanese fried chicken. Probably one of the best fried chickens you'll ever have in your life. So we got like the fried chicken, they put some spicy mayo on it. Same with like on top of rice with veggies. I wish I could have had it, but I just didn't want to like push the whole wheat thing on myself. I wanted to feel good for stream today. So here we are. And yeah, what else? I think that's it, guys. I've been selling a lot of Legos this week. It seems like people are like in a buying mood, probably for Christmas right now. So that's been really fun. I don't know if you guys know that, but Sam and I, that's what we do on this side as well for a little extra cash sometimes. And if you want to know how we do it, we simply just buy sets that are going to be retired soon. And then we just wait a couple months for them to be retired. And then that's how you make a little bit of money because they increase in value after those sets retire. So like as long as you have a little bit of space to store those sets for a few months, it is actually like worth it. And I like doing that kind of stuff, like bartering and like dealing with people. It's really taught me like a good amount of skills recently that I probably didn't have. Chris Hangry, oh my gosh, how are you? It's been forever. The secret for karaj, the chicken's marinated in soy and ginger before breading. That's seriously why it tastes so good. Like I am a ginger fiend, straight up. Like I always have ginger in my fridge. No, I didn't see it, Mish. What the heck? I have a couple of messages on Insta unanswered. I'm sorry. You got COVID? I'm so sorry. That's crazy. I hope you get over it quick. It's just like a simple little like flu bug that you can just like kick. But you lost your taste buds. That's always my biggest fear. Ugh. Like food is just not fun when you can't taste it. Yeah, man. I mean, like it's been a while. other than these last few weeks I've been streaming, I didn't stream for like 8 weeks straight. So I haven't been on Twitch that much recently either, but that's life, right? We're always here. Oh, you were gonna cook it with me? That's okay, Mish. It's okay, we can cook something else another time if you want. You can maybe do another redemption. Yeah, life be lifing. Exactly, man. Okay, let's get started. So Mish requested this lovely meal. Okay, I'm just gonna say one note really quick. Because I'm not working, I didn't want to go out and buy a bottle of Riesling wine. So we're just going to use a bottle of white wine that I had in the house first. It said it was okay in the recipe, but just so you're aware, we will still learn what Riesling wine is. But it did say you could interchange a wine if you had it in the house. And I was like, oh, well, I have this bottle and it's been sitting there for a while, so we might as well use it. I popped it in the fridge this morning. I felt good about that. Thanks, Mish. I was kind of worried. I was like, ugh. I want to go and like spend money on this wine. There's a Coco Blanc. So maybe we're like making more similar to that today. But like same but different, right? And then same with the other dish is just called Coco Vin, right? With the red wine instead. So it's kind of interchangeable. I guess it maybe could depend on the season that you're making it. I don't really care though. I'm really excited to eat this today. I really like cooking traditional French food like this. It's so satisfying. It's so good, right? Ugh, the red wine with the bacon and the mushrooms. So what we're making today is very similar too. Did I not post the menu? Okay, here we go. So Coco Riesling chicken braised with Riesling wine, or you can just do a nice dry white wine. I'm using a Pinot Grigio today. That's what I like to cook with. I've tried a couple different white wines to cook with, and that just seems to be the one that's like really nice and balanced. It has a good flavor. It's not super sweet, and it just kind of goes with everything. So wine, bacon, and mushrooms, how could you go wrong with that? And then we also pop a little bit of cream in there to bring it all together. And I thought it'd be nice just to serve it kind of like a simple French dish. Probably just gonna boil some golden potatoes today to go with it. And I was thinking of just dropping some like spinach into the braise with the chicken right at the end to wilt. Just for some color and health. It's gonna be delicious. It's my Samo. He's getting water. It's our water truck driver. Samo's crushing it. He's having a good week at work. Very proud of him, and you guys should all be too. Oh my gosh, don't ask about the food up there. I guess there was some bad things yesterday. Mish, everyone, they just go to Sam and complain. He's like, what do you want me to do about this? So silly. Okay, so here's the recipe that I found for us. It looked the best out of every recipe that I kind of looked through. I liked this one the best, so I'm gonna click on that. We'll read through it before we start. I don't think this is gonna take us very long today either. Literally, like I'm pretty sure he's probably lost at least 10 pounds. Like just for reference, one of our clients, he was losing 10 pounds a week when he went back up to work because he literally was like eating nothing, which is so dangerous. Like most of the guys are heavy equipment operators, so like to run on no fuel in your body is just like the worst feeling ever. Good thing we kept all of those clothes. Look at us go. Okay, so this says Nigel Slater's Coco Riesling. I don't even know who that is, honestly. But sounds like an okay guy. It had a lot of good reviews too. So it says total time to make this dish is an hour. It'll probably take us a little bit longer because, well, we just don't rush through anything. We like to make it as good as possible. So we're gonna need butter, olive oil, onions, bacon, or pancetta, it says. Pancetta is pretty pricey, but it is so delicious if you can get your hands on it. I just picked up some nice bacon this week to go with it. An English food writer, journalist, broadcaster. He has a column for the Observer magazine for over a decade. And he was a food writer for Marie Claire. So he's like a food writer for magazines. That's like literally a life goal of mine, you know? You know how fun and like easy that would be? He sounds okay, yeah. He sounds all right, Mish. Thanks for looking that up. Okay, and then we also popped some garlic in here. I got chicken thighs for this week. They looked so good, honestly. We can take our proteins out. Let them come up. Oh, and my mushies were stacked on there too. It feels so funny buying like all these small portions at the store too. So I found some delicious looking chicken thighs. They're halal. This is what I like to buy for myself when like I'm at home, because it's just such a better product. We were at Costco last week before Sam went away to work, and we were looking at some of the chicken there, and it actually looked like not good to eat. It had like all this like kind of yellow stuff on the top of it. Like I know sometimes the fat on chicken's yellow from corn, but you know when you just look at it and you're like, you know what? I don't even think I'd want to like cook that and eat it. So halal is so much better. So I got these 6 really nice thighs for $8. Can't really beat that. They had a bigger pack that had like a little bit more variety in it, but I just didn't want to waste anything. So this is for me. This will be like 2 meals, I'm gonna say, which is awesome. I'll just put that over by the stove. This is the bacon I got. I got one that's like free from antibiotics and hormones, and it said it was naturally smoked, and like for the price and how it looked really good compared to all the other like kind of cheaper brands of bacon. So I'm excited to eat this. And yeah, straight up, like, okay, let's have a little competition or a talk and chat. What do you like better? You like chicken breast or like white meat chicken, or you like chicken thighs? I will always choose a chicken thigh over a chicken breast. Chicken thighs are the new wing. Let's go. All chicken in Denmark is halal. That's amazing, Mish. What? Yeah, I know the one store I go to, the Real Canadian Superstore, they have a good selection of halal meats there, so I was very excited to find that. And then here's our little mushrooms for today. Cremini, which are basically just mini portobello mushrooms. That's all it is. And they have good flavor. They're better than white mushrooms if you can afford to pay like $1 extra. Wings are the new wings. It's because you export a lot of stuff, so it's just easier if it's all halal. That is so cool, Mish. I really like that. So yeah, I'm excited to eat that. And then obviously our wine. This is like a middle of the road wine, and one rule when we are cooking with alcohol at home is you should always cook with something that you would also drink yourself. So I have drank this wine before. Like I said, it's not super expensive. Copper Moon, Pinot Grigio. I think these bottles, you can usually find them for around $12, $13. And it's drinkable. Like I might even have a glass while we're cooking today. Like, let's see how it goes. Okay, listen to this though. I always like to read like the back of the label for the wine because it kind of tells you the flavor notes and what it's good with. So it says, harvested under the light of the moon, this unique wine delivers the unexpected, a cool, fresh taste that captures the mystery of the night itself. Its spirited individuality exudes citrus, green apple, melon, and a hint of floral notes. It pairs perfectly with fresh shellfish, halibut, and chicken. So there we go. It was on sale at the liquor store for $8. Did you buy a bottle? That's cheap. I've never got this for $8. So that's that. This is good with chicken. There we go. That's like a wine in Canada that if you go to a wedding or something, that's what you'll see on the table. Like a good middle ground wine. Yeah, halibut. I haven't had halibut in a hot minute. Gotta go back to the coast to have it, though. I'm so picky. Torino, how are you? Got a case of Blue Moon beer and white chocolate Baileys. It's almost December. You know what that means. Costco bottle of Baileys coming up. Okay, so that's it. And then we'll check out the parsley in the fridge. I had a little bit of a bunch left over. I don't know if it's gone bad yet or not, though. I was hoping that it would, like, hang on the whole week. One thing about fresh herbs is they go bad so quick. Cammy, good to see you. Yeah, I didn't know they made white chocolate Baileys either. And then what's the other really yummy mix? The horchata one. That is delicious too around Christmas time. The beer's for you, the Baileys is for your son. He turned 18. Hi, Trev. Thank you very much. How's your week going? And thank you for the 31 month in a row resub, friend. Almost all the halibut in stores is awful. You're correct in saying that, yes. Yeah, I can't pay that price for what it is. Because, like, you and I know, when it says fresh, it's definitely not fresh. It's either frozen thawed or fresh 7 days coming from the ocean to the store. So there's that. I know, Kame. It's like, as soon as December hits, that's allowed in our household for coffees. It's a must. Okay, so this is how we braise chicken, and this goes with any other meats that you want to braise. The technique is always the same. We're gonna start by seasoning our chicken. We are going to pop it in a pan to sear the skin. Obviously, skin on bone-in chicken is gonna be the greatest, and you're gonna get the most amount of nutrients and flavor from that as well. So you can absolutely not make this dish with chicken breast. It just won't be a thing. If you have a whole chicken, sure, we can push it there, but it's always gonna be better to braise something with dark meat, for chicken at least. So then after we get it seared, then we can flip it over in the pan and start to probably add our mushrooms and bacon. We'll take the chicken out, start to make our sauce and do all that stuff. Put it back in the pan, add your cream and your wine, cover it for a little bit of time, probably like 20 minutes. 25 minutes, we'll see. I'll go nice and low and slow, and that way all of the connective tissue can break down in the thighs. And yeah, we'll do our potatoes on the side, and that'll be it. So let's make a little listeroo, and away we go. It's such a nice day here today too. I don't know about everyone else, but we have been having some like beautiful weather here. Got outside every day this week for at least a 30-minute walk. Actually life-changing. Yeah, that too, Torino. That is something that I think like I've been affected by red tide once or twice in my life when we were on the island still. It really makes you ill. So you really gotta watch your seafood that you're buying and like ask the questions to the people you're buying your food from. Is like, where is this from? How old is it? How long has it been sitting in the case? And like, if they can't answer those questions, don't buy it. How do we spatchcock it? You just cut the backbone out. Yeah, spatchcock today. You can braise chicken breast in a tagine, but you gotta be careful. Yes, okay, that is fair. Like maybe in a tagine is better because it's not directly on the heat, right? You're gonna have all your veggies and everything else underneath those chicken breasts. So they'll just kind of steam instead. Like same but different, I suppose, right? But good point, Trev. I kind of miss my tagine when you say that. Okay, so chicken. And yeah, we always brown our chicken first and then get the rest of the sauce together after that. Have you had this, Mish, or you just have had coq au vin with the red wine so far? It is on the island with my mom, and then good news is my parents are actually planning to move back here for their retirement. They're like missing family and stuff like that, and it'll just be a little bit easier for them to live, so it'll come back into my life eventually next year. You've never had it before? I don't think I've even had this version before either, so thank you. Okay, so chicken, I'm just writing out the list. I'm gonna put season and sear. And then next we'll do bacon and onion and garlic. Those can fry together in the pan. Holy, it's gonna smell so good in here. It is really nice, Kimmers. Yeah, they're all alone out there now. All of my family kind of moved back this way. So yeah, it'll be super nice. I think they're definitely missing all of us. And then I don't have to worry about them as much either, right? Okay, bacon, onion, garlic. Get that prepped. For our potatoes, I was thinking of just like cutting them into quarters and simply boiling them in salted water on the side. Because I thought potatoes would be really good with this because of the sauce. Like they're just gonna soak up all the sauce and taste delicious. So we don't have to do a ton to the potatoes for the dish. You got gifted saffron. What a nice gift. You don't know what to try and make with it since you've never bought it before. I would honestly try with rice. Saffron rice is delicious, and I feel like the flavor of the saffron comes through the best like that. The other thing I've seen lately is people are making like saffron drinks. Is like you steep your saffron with milk and then like make a saffron latte. It looks so delicious. I know it's kind of like bougie, but if you're into like trying new stuff, it looks beautiful. Flower, how are you? Good to see you too. Oh, that sounds good too. I can't eat the egg noodles flour, so I opted for potatoes. I know, sad times. There's a Swedish bread recipe that uses saffron too. So fancy. But yeah, saffron rice. Look up this dish. How do we say it? Tadig? I have made it on stream before, and it is very nice. It's like a crispy rice sort of dish. And once again, it looks so nice. Okay, so our potatoes. Just say wedge into pot. Because as we're braising the chicken, we should also be boiling the potatoes on the side so it's all done together. Yeah, for sure, Cami. We're just all full of good ideas here. Okay, don't forget about our mushrooms. Yummo. And then what else? I think that's all I'm gonna write on the list because I kind of know the rest of this stuff other than our one garnish, which should be a little bit of chopped parsley. The parsley is not viable. I'll just do a touch of like spring onion, or if you had chives, up to you, but it's not the season for chives. That's it. That's how simple it is. Oh, and that too. Good one, Trev. Yeah, Moroccan chicken tagine uses saffron too. Or yeah, any heavy bottomed pot. I will say that works because we did do like a tagine on stream with our cast iron braiser before I actually owned an actual tagine. It does work. Something with a lid. Okay, let's put our list on the side and away we go. My stove camera actually worked wirelessly today, so that is like absolutely amazing. Be able to use my phone for a photo as well. Okay, let's get into the chicken first. I always like to season my meat like a little bit of time before I plan to cook it. So that's what we will do. I'm gonna have a sip of water too before we start. Everyone have a sip of water before we start. You need coffee? I had 1 shot of espresso though this morning. I think it was like around 10. That's it though so far. I'm being really good today. I'm gonna try not to drink another coffee. Like yesterday, I don't know why, I was just vibing for some reason. And yeah, my one rule still is no coffee at least an hour after you wake up, and you're not allowed to drink coffee on an empty stomach. And I will say, I feel so much better and like energized following that. So I'm just gonna do some salt and pepper on the chicken thighs. I think we'll season both sides, so I'm just gonna go grab a pair of tongs so we can flip this over. I want to wash my hands again. Yeah, these chicken thighs look so yummy, and they're pretty big too. Should I spread them out a bit? Straight from the package into your cooking vessel? What? People are cleaning chicken with lemon juice? I've never seen those, although I don't like TikTok much. The only TikToks I see are the ones Sam sends me. But actually, what the heck? I don't know what they think they're cleaning either. If anything, they're like pre-brining it and they don't even know. We will be careful seasoning the sauce later when we bring this together, because we also know bacon has quite a bit of salt in it. So I'm sure that'll add a lot of seasoning on its own. Cleaning the chicken, right? Okay, let's just say this. If you have to clean your chicken before using it, you probably shouldn't have bought it in the first place. Washes chicken with dish soap? We really are doomed. Don't make me become a meme streamer. It's too tempting. Yeah, are they rinsing the ground beef? Gross. I'm just gonna leave those on the side because we'll probably need them later. Just put this. Do we want to... I don't know, do we want to do a little bit of salt, I guess, on this side? Usually for bone-in, skin-on, I put a bit more seasoning versus, like, if they didn't have the bone and the skin on there. These look so fresh, though. Holy smokes. I haven't seen chicken look like this in actually a while. Can't wait to taste it. Yeah, you like lemon chicken, but the soap chicken, like, come on, man. Ah. Okay, that does make sense, Torino, and thank you for the laugh. Turn it back over. So those are prepped for the pan now. We're ready to go. Next we'll chop our bacon on a cutting board. I'm gonna put the wine back in the fridge for now until we need it. Just wipe this salt and pepper that we got here. Scooter, how's it going? Welcome in. Ew. Hi, KVP. That's our bacon strips. There, now you can read it. Okay, that is fair, Kiwi, but I think they're saying, like, people are buying chicken at the grocery store, which has obviously already been cleaned, like how you say it when you are in the butchering process. Like, there's no need to clean it again. Yeah, you need some thighs in your life now, Chase. It's been a while since I've had chicken thighs. Like, I'm kind of salivating, honestly. Okay, let's get a cutting board. I'll probably do, what, half of this pack of bacon? And then I'll save the other half so I can have some yummy breakfasts coming up. Naturally smoked bacon. Yeah, just living by the fire. Hey, Mish? Hilarious. Okay. So this pack of bacon, 375 grams, I think it was $7. Highway robbery. Gross, Trev. That's even worse, I think. People are leaving early for American Thanksgiving. Is it next week though, right? Yeah, it's next week. Or am I wrong? They're just like taking some extra time off. Okay, how many strips of bacon should we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? That looks good. This bacon actually feels real. You know what I mean when I say that? Not just like pumped full of like brine. It's a bit juicy, but it's actually like done properly, I think. I just gotta wash my hands really quick so I can put this in a Ziploc and back in the fridge. Yeah, next Thursday. Okay, sweet. I was wondering if you guys wanted me to like cook something turkey-esque for it. Let me know. This username does not exist. Hello. Just use the whole pack? No, I want breakfast. We have to keep the chicken to bacon ratio proper. It's not bacon braised with white wine. I mean, it kind of is, but shh. Feta Thanksgiving. Hello, here's my roasted feta with mashed potatoes. It took hours to get it looking like this. Torino, you should see the bacon we get at work. From like GFS or whatever they order from. Sometimes you can literally see through it. Yeah, roasted feta with mashed potatoes. It actually sounds good. Just cut it in the shape of a turkey and you're good to go. Okay, so we're just gonna cut... I mean, we can't really make lardons for this. If we had a whole slab of bacon, we could cut nice big chunks. But we'll just cut like 1-inch pieces. Because it is gonna shrink when we go to fry this up. And then I usually like try and separate it before it starts cooking. Because I find a lot of times if you leave it all together like this, when you put it in the pan, it'll just kind of stick together and get like messy looking. I know it looks weird and stringy right now, but it's worth it to get it spread out first. Just to get it to render out nicer. We might as well do this while our hands are dirty. Okay, I'm just gonna wash my hands as well as my knife with some soap and water. And like kind of the gross things we can say for cooking are done. All of the raw meats are done and prepped. Now you can move on to some veggies. since these are out, we might as well just slice them up. Our cremini mushrooms. And I did buy organic mushrooms. So they really weren't a lot more expensive than the regular ones. So I was like, hey, this is happening. You were looking for pork belly today? 2 kilo slab was $35. We got that pack from Costco of like the sliced pork belly. I still have so much of it in the freezer. That's what we're using tomorrow for our adobo. I'm excited to make that. It's been a while since I've had it. It's called Purge. Yes. Is that what you're asking me, Trev? $8 you used to get that slab for? That's nuts. I don't think we'll ever get back there, hey? For those prices. Okay, so you saw me like kind of looking over the mushrooms because these are grown in like dirt and manure if you're buying cultivated mushrooms from the store. So just look over them. If they're like super, super dirty where you're like, wow, I should probably wash this, definitely do that. Just give them a nice dry off afterwards. I hate washing mushrooms, if I'm being honest, because they just soak up all the water. So I'd rather just kind of wipe the dirt off instead. A little dirt never hurt nobody, right? Yeah, that's true. There is a breaking point. Maybe soon. Okay, so we're just gonna slice these. Like 1/4 inch thick slices. I'm not going too thin because once again, these are gonna shrink a bit when we cook them. If the mushroom's really big, I'm just gonna cut it in half. They can all be the same size. You have a mushroom toothbrush cleaner? Nice. You know my little mushroom brush that I have too, right, Mish? Looks like a little paintbrush. Scoots, thank you very much for the 46 months in a row. While you're at work even, cheers to you, and thank you for being part of the kitchen crew and for all of your mod services for the channel. There's always at least one person that keeps saying mushrooms are grown in poop. I mean, it's kind of true, is it not? What's everyone's favorite mushroom? Good question. Oh, that is a hard one, yeah. I think I'm with Mish. I'm gonna say chanterelle. That was hard to answer though, because like oysters are so versatile. There's just like something about chanterelles. Shiitake, morel, nice, Nikki. Basically like the most expensive mushroom ever. Shimiji, that's a good one too. The shimijis are the little like button cap looking ones, right? Or am I wrong? There's so many more mushrooms than what we see in most grocery stores. Want to try matsutake? Pine mushrooms are such a crazy flavor. Sam doesn't like them. It's very like woody, earthy, almost like kind of pepperminty for a pine mushroom. And like obviously the pine really comes through. They're so good. Yeah, exactly. These are mushrooms that same with me, Mish. I would never buy these at the store because I know where to go find them. So I just can't bring myself to pay that price. I love how many people are like into mushrooms here. I was not expecting that. Let me get a little container for these. Oh, canned mushrooms. I was kind of raised on those though. And like still I like mushrooms, so there's something to say about that. But yeah, now like I wouldn't use them unless I was like a dire need, right? Okay, wipe off the knife. We'll wipe some of this mushroom shrapnel, let's say, off of our board before we do our onions and our garlic. Your mom will just eat a can of mushrooms? I think that's like a European thing, because Sam's mom really likes canned mushrooms too. Like when we do, what's the cheese thing? I forget what the cheese thing's called. But yeah, she'll do like the canned mushrooms, and like it totally didn't bother me. And he's like, this is how we've always done it. And I was like, this is so cool. The raclette, that's what the word is. Ever had a bamboo mushroom? Yes. In ramen. And those are yummy too. Okay, so how are we doing here? You have some in the pantry because your store doesn't always have fresh mushrooms. We always have fresh mushrooms available. So we seasoned the chicken, we chopped the bacon, we did our mushrooms. You'll be fine, Trev. I'm gonna say this half onion here is probably gonna be more than enough for my little own self today. But I will get a bunch of garlic though. Snow fungus? I don't know if I've had that one. Has anyone had a cauliflower mushroom before? I've had that one. It's pretty mild. Or what about a puffball? Those ones are interesting. I lost the core though. Lost the core. I might actually... You know what? That's not very much onion. I have another whole onion in the fridge. I'm gonna use this tomorrow in the adobo. And we'll just cut like a nice fresh half off of this bigger one. And I will say the price of onions was insane this week. I don't know if it's just because it's a white onion, but this was $2.98. I mean, it is pretty large compared to like the size of my head, but still $3 for just an onion by itself. Off to meetings, Cami. Thanks for the good chats. I hope your meetings go nice and quick. You have a good rest of the day. Yeah, robbery. Okay, we'll use this side. We'll wrap this up a couple moments when we're done. Mish, you're talking about the... What are they called? Yeah, those mushrooms. I forget. Do they start with a P? It's called stinkhorn? I thought they were just called the boletes. That's what it's called. It starts with a B. The boletus variety. There's just a bunch of them. Like some have like green gills, other ones are white or yellow. I don't love boletes. I will say that the texture is kind of too spongy for me. And maybe I've just had to clean too many that had worms in them. And I'm just like over it now. That's actually the Danish word for it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna be like lazy chopping the onion today because I wanted it in nice little cubes. So I'm just gonna go across this way. Sometimes I cut things differently. I don't know why. Like, I know how to actually do it. I don't know what that's all about. But if you guys don't know how to actually chop an onion, you can do it this sneaky way instead, and it still comes out pretty nice. Just make sure you follow like the natural curve of the onion as you're doing this, and then usually it tries to fall over at this point, so I just do that and finish up this way. Done. We'll chop those two because they're kind of big. Okay, let's get another small container. Not super strong, those mushrooms, or sorry, onions. I'm not crying just yet. Imagine making this with some of the mushrooms that we all just talked about, though, instead of just like creminis. Doing like a nice mix of the wild ones. Holy smokes. That would like instantly make it close to like a $40 dish, easily, even though it's just chicken. And yeah, then there's those types of mushrooms, Torino. That's just like a whole nother level. I'm just gonna slice the garlic instead of mincing it. It's nice and chunky. Maybe a couple more cloves for good measure, right? Okay, the onions are starting to get me. Send help. Okay, now we're gonna crush all these with our knife so it's easy to peel the skin off. There's been one sneaky little fruit fly in here for the past 2 days that just keeps flying like right in my face. I don't want it to go into my fruits. Yeah, the translation of like some languages, right, is so funny, Kiwi. But, like, all we can do is really laugh at it. Can't get mad or like offended if you're that type of person. It's funny. I'm not crying, chat, you're crying. It's really sticky. Don't like this feeling. I like that, Mish. Didn't think of that part of it. The poor priest. What did they do to him? Your mom would say that to you? That's one way to clear the sinuses out, I suppose. Okay, let's slice this up, and we can just like put it in the same container with the onions after. A loser, how are you? Welcome in. Can't believe that's another week gone already, friends. We're back. They're really flying. Pretty soon it's gonna be December before we know it. And you guys get spoiled with like 6 weeks straight of streams? What is going on? Oh yeah, I've heard that one, Flower. The term Pope's nose for the chicken's butt. You woke up from your daylight slumber. That sounds lovely. No, Mish. That's hilarious. Kim used your frozen garlic cloves instead of ice cubes in his supposed to be sobering up water. Did it help him sober up? Did it help his hangover for the next day? That's one way to do it. Maybe he's onto something. Get in there. There we go. Onion and garlic. Don't waste any of it. Next up, we're just gonna cut our potatoes. And then while everything is cooking, we can do our garnish. That was the easiest prep ever. The heck? Who that? Scat? It feels like you just resubbed. Like straight up. It feels like it was last week that you just subscribed to the channel. Tier 3, 67 months in a row? Thank you, friend. How are you doing? Oh, you did. Okay. I'm not crazy. Yes. How is your week? Thank you for confirming that. Okay, before we start potatoes, I gotta blow my nose because the onion and the garlic made it run. I'll be back momentarily. Okay, that's pretty cool though, Kiwi. I wish I was like raised bilingual. Maybe things would be different. You never know. Okay, I'm back. It's me. Just stopped in to say hey and get that all sorted. Thank you so much. Getting ready for hunting? Have a wonderful hunting weekend. I hope you are successful. But yeah, most importantly, just enjoy the peace and quiet and the serenity of Mother Nature. Kind of jealous. Look at these cute little potatoes we got. How many potatoes should I make for myself? I want a little bit left over so that we can make our proper 2 meals. Oh, let's use this one because it's kind of bad looking. Do that. Maybe one more smaller one. Do 6 potatoes to go with our 6 chicken thighs. I do want to go hunting. I was actually supposed to be hunting, well, right now. Or actually earlier, I was going to go out to Ontario with Sam's dad because he has a moose tag. I was supposed to go hunting with him this fall. He's been out lately looking for deer. I guess he had like just the cutest little doe come up to him the other day. Just so curious. But yeah, that is something that I just need to do in my life. Going forward, that's like how I want to kind of live my life more, so it's an important one. Like if you eat meat, you have to kind of know how that feels, right? It's dark to think about, but as a human, I think we need to have that experience to be able to value our food. So I'm just gonna clean these up, but I like to eat my potatoes with the skin on. So we're just gonna take off like any kind of brown or black areas that don't look good, or any eyes that you may see as they get a little bit older. That's funny, Kiwi. Holy, you learned it at that age, sneakily. It's actually really cool. You smarty pants. Your sister's raising chickens and turkeys. She loves them. But yeah, she still plans to eat them. Exactly. I actually follow a couple farms on the island still. Like really closely. Flower. Brass Bell Farm, as well as Wildwoods Farm that are around the Souk area. And I just love those ladies so much, how much they like share about their life and their experience on the farm. They don't hold much back, and for a lot of people that would be very humbling. Okay, that looks good. I might just run them under water because they feel a little dirty. And then we can give them a nice little cut up. Maybe we'll fill a pot with a bit of cold water. Peeling potatoes is the worst job in the kitchen? You really think it's the worst one? There could be worse. I kind of just zen into it. For you, you hate it. Maybe that's why I just don't peel them. Yeah, exactly, Chase. Have you ever cleaned a grease trap, though? Ugh. No, thank you. Yes, totally, Kiwi. Like, my mom's side of the family is all farmers, so a lot of my childhood was spent going out to the farm. And, like, I wasn't around when they were butchering the animals. Like, I wasn't in that area. Like, we'd always have a pig roast every year and stuff like that, so I understood where it came from. And, like, seeing all the baby cows in the springtime was, like, my favorite. Okay. I literally think, how do I want to cut this? Do I just want to quarter them? I think I just want to quarter them and boil them like that. The farm near you is selling whole pigs. You should get a side and fill up your deep freeze. And if one side is too much, try and share it with like friends or family. So because we're cutting these potatoes larger today, we know that they will take a little bit longer to boil. Just keep that in mind. Probably like 20 minutes. So almost like same time as the chicken, which is lovely. Kind of why I planned this today as well. 70 pounds is a lot of eating. Yeah, holy cow. Okay, Annie. Yeah, that's why I said have like some friends or family maybe, or even neighbors that live by you. This potato is really large. I'm just gonna cut it a little smaller like that to match the other ones. And then all we're gonna do is just cover these with cold water, but we don't want to fill the entire pot with water. Just enough to cover the potatoes, and then we'll definitely put some salt. You always gotta season your potatoes as you boil them. Hey, Stocksoid, it has been a while, hey? It's good to see you too. Have you been good? In like the pork hock in the belly? You're not really like a loin or a rib guy? What about shoulder? I love pork shoulder. Let's make it taste like the sea. That's the rule. We'll go like that. And then we'll just put the lid on. Put it over to the stove. Okay, I'm just gonna take a quick bathroom break now too before we start cooking. And then I'll be right back and away we go. Okay, my wonderful peoples. I'm just going to turn my gimbal on. We'll get our braising pot out. We're cooking it up. Sambo's bringing his water over. You grew up eating pig's feet too? I don't mind them. I don't mind them if they're done properly. Thomas just jumped from a table in your room to the printer and it shorted it. Turn around to help him, spikes your finger. Ow! Cats are crazy. Been seeing so many funny cat videos on my Instagram lately. It makes me so happy, honestly. Hey, our list is literally almost complete. We just have to prep our garnish while everything's cooking. Thanks, Mish, for requesting a really nice, easy, yummy dish for today. Hey, at least you know you're alive. Hey, Paloozer. There's no question about that. Boom. A wireless camera for today? I don't know if we're deserving of that. Let's see how this looks. You're alive and unwell. That's what I would always ask people at work. I was like, are you surviving but not thriving today? And they're like, how did you know? More. More. Okay, big old brazen pot. I have not cooked in this in a hot minute. We're pulling it out. So excited. Seal it back up with some yummy chicken fats. Yes, Torino. Okay, let's turn this on to medium-high heat. And honestly, oh, let me get this fruit fly if I can. I think I might just turn on the potatoes on the other side too, because they're gonna take a while. That's the one thing about like your starchy sides, is they really hold their heat well after they've been cooked, so it's okay if they're done a little bit ahead of time. That's like one thing I hate waiting on, is potatoes boiling when everything else is ready to go. Yeah, that range is so crazy, it even melted the Corona bottle. Should I use a little bit of oil in there, or should we just go with the straight chicken fat? Usually I just fry the chicken on the dry cast iron and it never sticks. What do you guys feel? Yes, yeah, what an easy way to make money, hey? Oh, I saw that little wireless flicker. Start with the bacon. It doesn't want you to start with the bacon first because of the sugar. The gummies kicking in. Here, I'll just put a little bit of olive oil in. Why not? It's tasty. While I'm over here, I'll open the window too, since we're cooking up. Can't wait to go for my walk later. She's a beauty day out there. Sambo has minus 30 Celsius today. Just a little bit of oil is all you need. It's still shorts weather. Yeah, he says it doesn't feel like minus 30. It feels pretty warm. So that's good. How do they make these Corona bottles then? You have to like have a special glass sort of thing? Glass working area? I guess I need a plate to put the chicken on after it's been seared, so let's grab that. Wait a couple more minutes for that to heat up a bit more. And it is definitely braising season now, right? I was laughing at this weekend's menu. I was like, braised chicken, braised pork belly. What else is new? Okay, so here we go. Seasoned just simply with some salt and pepper. We put both, or salt on both sides of this too. Yes, there we go. I want to make sure there is a sizzle. And then I'm probably gonna have to set up a fan so I don't set the smoke detector off today. Because I hate that feeling and that sound. So this will probably be five or so minutes aside. Let's go a bit closer if we can. Until the skin is nice golden brown. This is my handy fan. It helps us not make a lot of noise. Because why do people put a smoke detector right in the kitchen? It's like they don't even want you to cook. Woo! Ooh, have you ever had that Torino braised short ribs? There's not much in life better than that, if done right. Just melt in your mouth like unctuous. Yeah, that is fair, Kiwi. I don't really know, Kate, because I don't own a kiln. We're browning up. Let's turn our potatoes on. This is just a little back burner. Sizzle, sizzle. Mish, I'm sad for you. But your taste buds are broken? Hi, Val. I hope you had a good week, and thank you. 18 months of subscribing to deliciousness. I am honored. Maybe one day soon you can have some of this again. Let me know. Get it back in the groove. Just like turning some of the pieces around. Ooh, look at that piece. What the heck? I gotta flip it already. It's like speckled. We'll go a little more. This pan overhangs the burner a bit, so that's why I gotta flip around some of the chicken pieces. An old neighbor at the apartment block you lived in, they made the short ribs. Yum. Your week was good. Yeah, mine was awesome too. It was like super productive. Oh no, it just felt awesome. I'm doing really good. Thank you for asking. Hi, EHPZ. Good to see you too. It has been a while. Welcome back. We're back. Turn this back up now. And also, braising stuff is a surefire way to just destroy your stovetop. When you sear meats like this, the fat just splatters everywhere. So just let it be known. There's a bit of a cleanup process after this, but the cooking part itself is pretty easy. Okay, I gotta plug in my phone because I have 20% battery. Let us pray this camera doesn't do anything silly. I also have to move us back a little bit, so we'll have to zoom in. Okay, so far so good. Whoa. Is that like epic view? It's so close in though. Let me see if we can go a little bit farther up and then down. Whoa. We don't have to have the phone plugged in forever either. And I'm gonna turn the pan around. Like, see how this one side is not browning as much? I think I'm gonna flip it back over. We've been having pretty low budget meals. Only eating meat 2 to 4 times a week. Yeah, I only eat like an actual meat protein once a day. That's it. Just once a day. Other than that, I'll have like eggs or something else like that. TV. Electric ranges are so easy to clean though. But like gas is so fun to use. So it's hard to decide, honestly. Throw her out, Mish says. Pro tip from Mish. Let me come over a little more. Okay, let's turn this one. There, that's better. Nice. We want it browned on the other side too. So after this, the bacon's going in. They look good, thank you. I haven't had chicken thighs in a while, so I'm kind of salivating over this meal. She's 79, don't throw her out. You guys. Almost there. You think this is the good smells. You don't even know. Hey, what's everyone else eating today while we're waiting? What you eating on up? After stream today, I have to go on an adventure to try and find millet. That gluten-free grain that we're gonna make into tortillas on Sunday. I didn't find it at my one store yesterday. I was kind of disappointed. Okay, this guy's good. Go a little bit longer there. You could even like pop it up on the side. Get that side of the skin browned up. You just lean it on the side of the pan. Like that. Stack it up together. Hi, Dust. Happy Friday. Oh my gosh, so many resubs today, friends. Thank you very much. Dusty, 52 months in a row, part of the kitchen crew. Did I try Bulk Barn? That's where I was going to head to today. I'm in such a funny, like, area though, Val. It's like I either have to, like, go across the river to, like, kind of White Ave area or go to North Side. It's like, where do I want to drive? I think I'm going to call Save On Foods first and see if they have it. Because Superstore didn't have it, and they have, like, a massive health food section. Kitsune Dupyro Barbar? Thank you for the follow and welcome. Hey, take this out. We're just putting it on a plate. On the side. Set that down. Next up, we got bacon strips. Chicken braised with bacon, mushrooms, white wine. I feel sorry for all of my neighbors. They have to smell this and they don't get any. Although someone was cooking or baking banana bread yesterday, I came back from my walk and that's all I could smell in the hallway. I was pretty upset. I was like, I don't even get any of this. Whoa, what happened here? Yeah, meesh. Okay, what did everyone else say? What they're eating? Let me scroll up. Chicken stew? Torino, you made chicken stew at 4 a.m.? Nice. Outdoor kitchen. That is living, man. I love cooking outside. I'm sure you remember when we had our outdoor kitchen a couple summers back. I loved it. That was awesome. Always out in the elements. Yum. EHPZ curry chicken and rice. So healthy. Von Buki, you just woke up? Coffee and scrambled eggs on toast for you. Hey, that's what I had for a snack last night at like 7. I like cheesy eggs. Give this a stir. It's starting to brown up. When it's about like halfway cooked, we can probably put the onion and the garlic in with this. We're starting the base of the braising sauce for the chicken. I'm gonna get my cream out of the fridge. No cheese. For their eggs, nope. I have so much cheese though. My cheese drawer is awesome. There's our cream. The whipping of the creams. You need smell-o-vision? Oh my gosh. It smells, yeah, really good in here. I have a fan in, like, underneath my smoke detector here so it doesn't go off, because it totally would have went off already. I didn't mince my garlic, Von Buki. I sliced my garlic cloves, so because they're a little larger, I am gonna add it together with the onion. But if you did mince the garlic, definitely add it a little bit after the onion. You gotta use the fan trick. There's no other way to like cook in an apartment. We're getting a little bit of fond built up on the bottom. I'm just gonna give it a scrape. So it's still at the point where it'll come off. It's better to do that than to kind of like let it burn on. I know the flavor gets deeper, but we don't want it to go bitter. And most of it's just from like the sugar from the bacon. Okay, that looks pretty good. See how it's like not as much steam anymore coming from the pan? So now it's time to add more steam to the pan with the onion and the garlic. This was half an onion and like 1.5 heads of garlic. We don't skimp on the garlic, so it's good for you. See if I can turn that over just a bit. Give that a stir. I'm gonna switch to a spoon now. These tongs they feel funny. So this will probably cook down for like almost 10 minutes or so. It'll take a while. Yeah, the grease is so good. Can you guys remove the smoke detector and put it further into the living room? So I have this for you. So here in Canada, we actually have 2. So this one was losing battery one night at like, oh, that was my pot back here. At like literally 3 in the morning. I just wake up, I hear beep. And I was just like, no. So I like ran and grabbed a chair, ripped it out of the ceiling. But yeah, there's still one more up there. Don't ask me why we have 2. Our potatoes are boiling. That's what's happening back here. So I just popped the lid a little bit on them. You can't eat dairy products? I think I'm actually like happy with the allergy I got. Because I don't think I could give up dairy versus like wheat. I don't know, it'd be hard. I think at this moment, while we're cooking this too, I'm gonna add a little bit of dried thyme. Or like maybe right before we add the wine to the pan, we can add a little bit of thyme. Get back in there. Just for like some nice herby flavor that'll go good with everything else in the dish. But yeah, it's gonna take a while to cook these onions down. Keep your eye on it. We definitely want to get some nice color on there. So the only thing we're really watching is to not burn the garlic. Aw, thank you for copying it. I missed that note. You're a bit sad? I'm sad for you. That was like me when I realized that I had a wheat allergy. I was sad. Like, I still am a little bit sad. But like a good like 2 to 3 months, I was just like, really? Like, this is my life now? But I'll let you know that it does get better. You get to learn to work with it. Okay, let me grab those herbages. This is thyme from my garden that I dried at the end of the season. Did the camera just move on its own? Weirdo. Is there a ghost in here? These are the smells that life is all about. The keto waffles? Did you post the recipe? Five and a 5.5% body fat? What the hecky? You're like so lean. You're like competition, like bodybuilding level lean. The heck? I'm like imagining you like just like someone like a big ass like movie actor from like a crazy movie. I wouldn't be scared though, don't worry. I think I might add a little bit of salt in here just to help the onions cook. But not too much, right? Because of the bacon. And then we already seasoned the chicken. Do we also add a little bit of like broth to this? Or is it just wine and cream? Da, da, da. And we still have to add mushrooms to this too. Pour in the wine. Turn down the heat. No, that's it. Yum. Thanks for posting that, Mish. Saved. Keto waffles. I have a waffle maker. I'm going to put it in Discord right now, if that's okay. That looks good. Nice. And you just make it in a blender? That's my favorite. Yeah, that's nuts, Kiwi. Be careful. Don't get your body fat too low. Mixed up your walk today, Dust. You have a bridge downtown that goes over the Tennessee River. Nice. I have been, like, kind of missing my old River Valley walks when I lived with Brad. I was thinking of maybe just, like, taking the car down that way one morning and, like, doing that loop for myself, like a day that I don't stream or have anything to do. So it's only a 10-minute drive. Like, not that far, and it's not like I'm like wasting gas. But yeah, I've been missing like a little bit of water. It would be nice. Mish, your mom's been doing keto for years, not super strict anymore, but sticks mostly to it. Oh, I will 100% say, like, taking wheat out of my diet, I've honestly, like, never felt better. Which sucks to say, but I kind of knew this is how it was gonna go. How's Rando? He's doing really good, Valak. I went for Japanese lunch with him yesterday. A place called Gintaro on the north side. I'll write this in here. You guys should go to it. It's like a little mom and pop like hole in the wall. And it wasn't super expensive. I got a tuna sashimi rice bowl for 17 bucks. And yeah, Rastra. When Samuel's back, we're gonna go over for like coffee one morning. Because I need some Rastra in my life. And he's still working on the truck, and he actually just recently bought another project truck. I need to get him back into streaming though. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Because he was really good at it. Okay, I'm gonna add the mushrooms because this is looking browned enough. And then the mushrooms are gonna add like quite a bit of moisture, I'm gonna say. This is also where we can add our little bit of herbages, if you have them. Yeah, Bran said, this is the year where Astra has finally become a dog. And I think she's like 7 years old now. So she's finally like matured, not just like crazy. Although I loved her craziness. She'll probably always have that though, let's be honest, just like Poshers. And yeah, they're actually making a bit of progress on the house too. They were at kind of a standstill there for a bit with it. The bank was being a butthead. But they finally got it figured out, I guess. So I'm really happy for them. Because like there's probably nothing more stressful than that. Trying to build a house and then you get told no. Like that is your dream. Albert is still not a dog yet, see? And he's 5 next year. I think Posh became a dog maybe when she was 4 or 6. But it took her a while. I love how we say that. Become a dog. Yeah, they'll always be puppies, right? And that's my favorite. Because then they keep us young too. Kiwi, you're like Samo. He's got like a crazy built-in furnace. I'm just gonna turn this down a little bit now. I don't want to burn anything, but all of this like browning that we're doing is building up so much good flavor. Oh my goodness. But there's less and less moisture in the pan to cook with, right? That's why we turn down the heat. Maybe we should give a poke to these potatoes that are cooking on the side that are like not even paying attention to. I'm just gonna take a paring knife. I don't want them like falling apart, but definitely tender, and they actually feel perfect. So I'm honestly just gonna keep them in the water and then just take them off of that burner. And then when it's closer time to eat, we can just strain them then. Your dogs have still never become dogs? You run a wolf pack, no barking, just growling at everyone. It's like, hey, watch out. Yeah, that's how you know they're a good person. If the dogs don't eat them, they're okay. I love the dogs that are like, they just show that they're mean, but they're actually just like the biggest teddy bears of life. They're just pretend meanies. It's like, you're not fooling anyone. Well, maybe someone. Okay, I can probably unhook my phone again. We'll see. This view is not that bad, though. Yeah, you're not fooling anyone. I forgot to tell you guys, or yeah, I forgot to tell you, on one of my walks the other day, a dog snuck out of its yard and like came running at me, and like, I don't know this dog, right? So like, to the owner, I was just like, ah, because it was like kind of growling, like it was very unsure of me. It just like runs across the street right up to me and like went to like kind of lurch or jump at me. I was like, is it nice though? And I was just like this, right? Because I didn't want it to bite me. And he's like, yeah, she's pretty nice. She's just bad. I was like, okay. And it literally, the dog was like jumping up. It was like almost being like, come, like, take me, save me. And trying to run away from its owner. Like, it would hide behind me. So I literally had to walk back to the person's house into their yard so that they could put their dog back because it didn't have a collar on. It was actually me, a Jack Russell cross. And if I know those guys, I know they can be a little bit of an ankle biter. Just out of experience is why I'm saying this. Okay, friends, it's wine time. It's wine time. Yeah, an Albert cousin. She was so cute. She just wouldn't leave me alone. How much wine? A good amount. Definitely cover the bottom of the pan. Now we're gonna turn this down to like medium-low heat. They have wolf blood in them. Chased off a bear. That's cool. I can't wait to live a life like that. My doggo protectors of the property. Okay. Really important now that we return the chicken to the pan. Pour the juices in from the plate. And we are gonna cover this. My lid is not see-through, but braising means covering. I just lift this up a bit or go back. That's where we're at. I'm gonna set, it says I think 15 minutes to start with on your timer. And then after that, we take the lid off and we pour the cream in and see how everything's doing. Yeah, that works too, Mish. It's really easy to do it that way, like kind of low and slow in the oven. I have done that before. Usually I'll do that with like a larger piece of meat, like a pork shoulder or something. But yeah, from here, you don't have to do it on the stove top if you don't want to watch it like that. Throw it in like a 300 and anywhere from 300 to 325 Fahrenheit oven, and you're good to go. So now while we're waiting, garnish time. Let's see if this parsley is viable. The potatoes are done. The only thing we have left to complete the dish is just put a couple handfuls of spinach into our sauce before we finish it. Wait, what are we talking? Real wine, not cooking wine? This isn't cooking wine. This is real wine. It's a Pinot Grigio. This is my herbage bag. It looks like most of it is okay. We'll just use it all up. Oh, okay. You're joking. Sometimes that's the hard part of chat, is I can't always tell like you're joking. Almost like a text message, right? How are you doing today? So we'll pick the parsley off the stems, give that a chop. That actually lasted pretty good in the fridge. That's why I pack it up that way, I suppose. Have a sip of water. I'm gonna peek at the bubbles back here too. Nice. It's just slowly bubbling underneath the chicken there. Nothing crazy. Yeah, so I will say this on your note about cooking wine is that's what we use up at camp, right? Because it's a dry camp, so we can't have any alcohol on the premises. We still have to keep our eye on the cooking wine because at other locations they have had issues with people actually stealing the cooking wine from the kitchen and drinking it and then getting sick off of it. You have a Great Pyrenees and a Czechoslovakian wolf dog. What is that one? Caucasus Shepherd? Saint Bernard wolf? That is cool. I want to meet all your doggos. I love doggos so much. I really miss having one around. That's what we're working hard for, though. So that I can have a dog in my life. I think it might be able to happen next year. We'll see. Like, not early in the year. Probably, like, quite late at the end of the year. We'll see how everything keeps going, though. The Pyrenees is mixed with a wolf dog. Okay. What? I don't know if I've seen any of these mixes. It's looking good. It's looking really good back there. Okay, I'm just grabbing a small container for this. And scare the pigeons off the balcony. They had babies. The pigeons had babies underneath the barbecue, and they let them die. They let them die. So now I have to deal with this. I'd like to get back to making jerky and stuff. But that would involve me having an actual patio where I can use. Tasty, tasty rock doves. That's what Sam's dad told me to do. They're like, our neighbor just like eats them if they become a nuisance. I was like, that's not, no thank you. Not these ones. Maybe if they were actually raised as squabs, sure. I don't know what the heck these city pigeons are eating, nor do I probably want to. But man, are they annoying to have around. That's what happens when no one's around for like 8 weeks at a time, right? They're like, wow, nobody lives here? This is my new home. You have like lots of old dog breeds, Kiwi. I like that. That's like some of the farmers I follow. They're trying to keep up some like old livestock breeds that are almost becoming extinct. So much respect for that. Okay, this is our little garnish. So just put it on the side, or even just in the fridge for right now is okay. We need a plate. I would definitely choose a rimmed plate for this, or even a bowl of sorts. I'm gonna do this one. Actually, let's do this other one. A little more surface area. This is one of my favorite plates. I remember on Saturdays when we used to make like 12 to 15 portions of food for people. I was just thinking back to that. Now I'm just cooking for myself. Hi, Samo. Fun times. Caucasian Shepherd dogs are banned in Denmark. Is there a reason for it, Mish? What do we got on our timer? 7 minutes still on our timer? Hey, you know what I'm gonna do? A little bit of cleanup. A little bit of cleanup. Get this dishwasher on. Always clean as you go. And it's not as much as a daunting task when you're done cooking, you've eaten. I call it digestion mode or a food coma, depending on how much you've eaten. Your truck might be fixed by next week. Nice. Someone blew a head gasket on Samo's water truck, so now he has to drive a different truck. Ah, interesting, Mish. So probably banned because, yeah, people were having dog fights and like trying to make money off of them rather than using them for what they should be used for. They're most like you, Kiwi. They're big and ill-tempered. The wolves actually cross over. So, like, have your dogs been with a wolf before? 13 breeds in total are banned? Wow. It makes me so sad, Dust. Like, if people actually knew the history of a Staffordshire Terrier, a legitimate dog that was used as a nanny to watch over children, and now that's the stereotype that they get. No, not a thing. Trust me, I follow like so many dog rescue sites. I'll take them all. They're banned there too, Mish. Yeah, when we were on the island, we actually were looking at getting a Staffy from a breeder, but it was so expensive. I was like, I'm not paying $2,000 just for a puppy, no matter how amazing it is. Yeah, just the biggest babies. Cool, Kiwi. The picture I paint in my head of you, Kiwi, is like pretty awesome. I should just like draw it and send it to you of like my imagination of you as a person with your dogs. I'm having a peek just to see how the chicken's coming along. It's looking nummy. Not much to see though, so I'm just gonna put the lid back on. Do you guys need a peek too, or was that okay that I didn't show you? Eric! Yeah, draw a picture every day of everyone I have in chat as like a little audience. That'd be adorable. I'm not that good at art, but I'm sure I could come up with something. So you need to like have a pretty strong personality if you want these dogs then, hey Kiwi? Yeah, crusty pirate. Just go off of the names. Like, what's a kiwi miche? I don't know, but we'll find out. Okay, I'm just gonna wrap up this onion and put it away while we're waiting. Because that's for the pork belly adobo tomorrow. Gotta save that onion. Hi, Jane. It's been forever. Coco Vin Blanc, your favorite. I don't know if I've ever had this version. I've only had Coco Vin Rouge. So I'm very happy that one of my subscribers requested this one today for us to all learn. That is the Crusty Pirate. Perfect. Hi, Oak Oak. How was your week? Welcome in. Rouge always ends up looking sort of gray. You're right. Yeah, it kind of does, right? Although maybe we just have to really brown everything really good for the red wine version so that it doesn't go gray, right? You just really have to put some depth of flavor in there. Maybe a little scoop of like tomato paste could help with the color on that one. The red wine version could make the chicken tough. That is a good point, right? Because Coco Vin is actually originally used with like either a rooster or a hen that has done a lot of work on the farm, is not just sedentary. So that is why they would use red wine with that version, is to actually help break down that meat. Because the bird is so active, it takes a little bit more to get that meat tenderized. Mickey, you went out for a meal. What did you have? And we're doing good. Sam was at work. Yeah, you can, Mish. You like evening walks when it's gone dark? Must be nice to be a guy. That's all I'm gonna say there. Because there is no way that I am walking around here after the sun sets. Like, someone got abducted like 2 blocks away last week. It's like, are you joking me? So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say on that one. Guys get to enjoy the nights a lot easier than us females do. Straight up dust. It's messed up. But yeah, probably a location thing. That is honestly why I just don't like living in the middle of the city. Europe's also quite different than North America too. Like, I'll say when I was in Europe and traveling by myself, yeah, it felt different. It really did. That's the difference, I think, guys. Is that you're like almost in the middle of nowhere, like in a small town. Okay, that was our 15-minute timer. Let's go to the stove. Like, Sam and I, we basically had a meeting before he left about like things that I should and shouldn't do while I'm home alone. And like, he almost didn't want me to be home alone because it is that dangerous. Which is like, yeah, like you said, so sad. Okay, we're gonna come in closer. I'm just gonna zoom in. Let me see if I can get the best angle here. Be good. So you can see there's a little bit of wine in there just bubbling, but the chicken is not like down and it's not bubbling underneath everything. So our next task, some whipping cream. Pour that in. Just gonna go around the edge. It says around a cup, which that's what it feels like I have in here. And then from here, I'm actually gonna leave the lid off so that we can start to reduce this sauce. We can also turn up the heat a little bit more. Case in point. The sirens are never ending here. You like early morning walks, Dust? I like, yeah, either early morning or usually in the afternoon at some point, like before 4 p.m. Oh my gosh, Mish. Yeah, don't get in a stranger's car. Exactly. That's nuts, though. Yeah, you're in the burbs. Like, that's where I was raised, in the burbs. And yes, then we had no problem doing, like, anything at night. From, like, when we were 12 years old on, right? It's like our parents maybe didn't love us doing that, but we knew we were safe at least. Hi, watermelon. Do I have a spoon still? Oh, I do. Okay, I was just gonna give this like a zhuzh? Is that what we can call it? Try not to put the sauce on the chicken skin. Get that chicken nestled down in there so it can start to soak up all the goodness. This will probably cook out for another 10 minutes. And this is a really important reason why we do use a chicken thigh. Dark meat, bone-in, is because it is so forgiving. When we have to cook it this little bit longer time, it's not gonna go dry on us. A lovely Ellen, how are you? Welcome. You love making French braised dishes. This weekend's like all braised dishes. Today we're braising chicken. Tomorrow is pork belly adobo. It's gonna be a good weekend. And yeah, this menu is for Mish today. I'm gonna unplug this phone because it keeps doing weird stuff. I'm scared though. It's on wireless. I don't know, is it bothering you, the cutout that it does, guys, or is it okay? Yeah, Mish only waited a year for this. It's fine. Everything good takes time. Why does that look so good right now? Actually looks beautiful. So yeah, we're just trying to reduce the sauce. We will give it a taste in a couple minutes, let's say, when everything kind of comes together, and see from there if we have to add any more seasoning or if we're happy with it. Yeah, bloop, 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 bloop. All the yummy chicken skins. Turn this around too, because my pan's a little bit too large for the burner, so I just want to make sure it's actually cooking even. The only thing we added extra to this is we used a little bit of dried thyme in with the mushroom part. That's the only thing they didn't have in the recipe. I'm gonna grab the spinach. Beer crepes? Beer in crepes? Oh, I could see that. Yeah, it was actually really fun working at the brewery because we were always challenged to cook with beer instead of when you would use wine, right? Or any sort of alcohol. So it was a good learning experience. Dutch potato kale mash with lardons. Yum. Spinach. The sauce is getting nice and thickened already. It doesn't take much. We can strain our potatoes in a bit too. Is that like a typical dish that you would make there, Blood Oak? It kind of is torture. This is what you did to us, Mish. That's the sound of the police. It's a classic Dutch winter dish. I will have to try that one day. He's all about pea soup flour. I do love me some pea soup. Stick to your ribs goodness. You used your biggest pot. 3 pounds of potatoes and 2 pounds of kale. You're set for a week. Hi, Alti. Welcome. How are you? You hate potatoes? Chat, do we ban them or what? I'm doing good. How have you been? I'm back. I've been streaming, what is this, the 3rd week now? I think this started the 3rd week already. Yeah, ban them. Let's get Kiwi. Now I know why your dogs don't like you. I know, we're all just joking. We like to bug each other. It's all in good fun. So we know that when we put a handful of spinach into here, it's gonna release some moisture too, right? So that's why we are working on reducing this sauce a good amount. Just gonna use the cutest, smallest spoon. Go from that side so it's not rocking hot. Mmm. So like bacony. You can taste the wine, the onion and garlic kind of like roasty flavor. It might need a little bit of salt when we add the spinach in, but the base flavor is there. We didn't add too much seasoning. We didn't add too little. Yeah, peel and mash and stick them in a stew. Kiwi is terrified of potatoes. We're almost there, chat. We're almost there. Serve this with some simple boiled potatoes on the side. I usually like to put butter on my boiled potatoes, but since we have a nice cream sauce, I don't think that extra fat is needed. And yeah, my pot is just on medium heat right now. Just bubbling away. You're in Alberta in October? I don't think I was home for literally the entire month. Nice. Elk Island is a cool area. Museum in Wetaskiwin. Which museum was that? Yeah, I literally wasn't home all October, I think, right? It was a crazy few months there for a bit for us. But we are back now. Oh, the Auto Museum. Cars cost less in Wetaskiwin. It's like if you were born in Alberta, you know that saying from the commercial. That does happen, doesn't it? If you're like fed something too much in your life, you start to not like it as much. It's kind of fair, right? Like the novelty wears off. Okay, we'll still be here, Alfie. We'll be here. Okay, let's see how this is now, the sauce. So one thing we're taught in culinary school when we're testing our sauces, for the thickness and the consistency, it should coat the back of the spoon. So if we stick this in here, and then just like lift it up, I just had a piece of mushroom there. Well, it's not really coating the back of the spoon just yet how it should. Try that again. So if we go like this, and we do a finger swipe, it's not bad, but we can make it a little bit thicker. See how it's trying to just drip off right there? But that is what we are taught for the consistency of our sauces. So go off of that for sure. Like I said, I know we're getting close, but the spinach is gonna add a little bit of moisture, so we don't want a runny sauce when we go to plate up the dish. The chicken's just soaking all of that up. You can see how it's already reduced in the pan. You're welcome, Valk. And it won't take long now, we're getting really close. We just want to do this part first so that, let's say, if we added the spinach already, it would almost be falling apart into the dish, right? It might make the sauce start to turn green if we add the spinach too early. So reduce your sauce first, and then you can wilt a little bit of greens in at the end if that's what you're going for. See how this is tasting now that it's reduced a bit more? It's getting like so rich and potent. Let's open this up. It's time. Once again, I'm just gonna try and like add it around the edges where it's really bubbling. Not on top of the chicken. Like, spinach will really wilt down, so you can put quite a bit. And then the rest of this we'll save for later in the weekend. Does the wine shine through? It does. It goes like kind of bacon first. Just a bit of smoky and like porkiness. And then the wine comes through with like a nice acidic sort of flavor. And yeah, the cream just like made the sauce taste so rich. It just coats your mouth. So it really all came together nicely. Not many times in life that I'm gonna turn down anything with a mushroom cream sauce. And yeah, Flower was saying earlier she likes to eat this with egg noodles, which I love egg noodles if I could eat them. Maybe one day in my life I'll get back there. But that would be so good. Just eat it with anything that's gonna soak up the sauce. Pearl onions, yeah, so same inspiration from Coco Vin with the red wine. They usually put pearl onions in there. Well, we just chopped up onion instead and put it in there. But you can make it fancy if you want, for sure, if you want to take the time. Chicken Vesuvio. I've had that before. It's really good. Yeah, when you cook spinach. Look, it's like literally all gone in the pot already. Okay, I'm turning this off. Just gonna let that rest there for a moment. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break before we plate up, but we're almost there. I just have to strain potatoes, And then we get to taste what we created. Kiwi, your sister's a chef. Made you watch your local version of MasterChef. You were yelling at the TV like Gordon. I could see that. Yeah, you'd be surprised like how little food knowledge there is in the world, which is kind of disappointing. Like that is literally why I made this stream, why I started streaming, is because I do know that, and I know how enriching it is in your life to actually eat really good food all the time. And it doesn't take a lot of effort. Hi, Titan. You're 2 hours and 21 minutes late. We've missed you. Okay, I'll be right back. It is I. Why does this look so good? When your mom would make greens for the holidays, she'd buy bunches and bunches of them, literally stuff them into the biggest pot. By the time she was done, there might be enough for 10 people. Right? It's like, where does it go? That's why we just joke, we call it water fiber. Your sister's a chef at an Argentinian steakhouse? And it was you who taught her how to work and cook with meat? That is awesome. Have you went and ate there yet? Okay. Let us switch up this view for right now. Here's just our simple boiled potatoes. We just cut them into quarters, boiled them in salted water. This is my starchy side instead of noodles today. Thanks, Shanae. Now you know you cooked your sauce for the braised dish enough when it has this like glossy finish to it. Blondie, how's it going? And like, look, hopefully the chicken skin is a little bit crispy still. Mmm. The sauce looks like caramel. Holy, $1,500 dinner? Not even I've spent that much anywhere. Not yet, at least. That's nuts. Turn this fan down. And then the last thing we need, just some chopped parsley, a little bit of greens for the garnish. Okay, I'm just gonna scoop some potatoes onto my plate back there. Nothing really fancy to see. But make a nice little pile for sure. We still eat with our eyes. Just let those cool off now, I think. So that's what I scooped on. Nice little side of potatoes. Try and move this over. Whoa. Do I need more light on this side? Oh, it broke. Okay. No more light on that side. So first, should we scoop the chicken out? Or should I put a bed of like spinach and mushrooms, I think, underneath? Holy. I think we'll do that scoop first. Where's your plate? I don't know. Come and get it. Whoa, even just looking at that up close. Hello? That's a good amount of veggies and stuff there. It really came out to be a complete dish. I got 2 portions out of this today. 2 meals. I really love the way that skin speckled up there. Say move it or lose it. Okay, and then next, just a little bit of sauce. If we can tilt our pan. Just around the potatoes, just to give them like kind of a glaze look of sort. I think that's good for me. Maybe a little bit more here. Okay. I think I'm okay to unplug my phone. I just want to take a quick photo of this deliciousness before we try it together. Oh, wait. Don't forget the green stuff. Don't forget the green grass. It's important. And then I'm just gonna sprinkle this like around the plate. Don't love like a ton of parsley. Well, maybe we could go right on the chicken. But still let that nice golden skin shine through. But if there's nothing more French than literally putting a mass amount of parsley to garnish the plate. Okay, let's see what happens if I unplug this. Does it kick the stream out? It didn't. Great success. 10% battery. Thank you, White Dove. How are you? Sneaking in here. Gotta get that photo. More light is needed. Let's just say this ain't what poor Samo's been eating. Holy! Let's try it. I'm blinded. Turn this one down. I got so excited I didn't even have a fork. We probably don't need anything more crazy than like a butter knife to eat the chicken. Like, I didn't even check if the chicken was cooked, chat. I just, like, assumed that it would be cooked after cooking it for that long, right? Which, holy... That's juicy. Mmm. It soaked up the wine flavor so much. The bacon. Like, the chicken tastes like bacon. Hello, I have made chicken bacon. If you didn't know it was possible, now you know. Yeah, thighs always. Wow. The little bit of brown skin. Mish, thank you. Even underneath brown goodness. Yeah, the wonderful chicken bacon. Mm-hmm. It was a big bite. I think it's better than 8 Dust. Like, I don't know if it's a 10 out of 10. We can't rate it that because we didn't use a legitimate Riesling wine. But we can go close and say it's like a 9. Holy. Okay, I want to try this potato with like some of the sauce and stuff. Hello? Potato, mushroom, bacon, spinach, sauce. I think the potatoes look really good with this too. But so would egg noodles. Mmm. We really cooked this like perfectly. The wine flavor. It's like there, but it's kind of sweet. Because like think about if you chose a sweet wine to begin with after all the reducing, it would taste like a syrup. It would make the dish too sweet to be able to eat. This is everything I needed in my life, Mish. Thank you. And yeah, very important that we browned the onions and the garlic, the bacon, the mushrooms for like a good amount of time. I think it took us almost 20 minutes to make the base of the sauce. And so then if I kind of calculated how much this cost altogether, the chicken was 8. I think the mushrooms were 3, let's say. Same with the onion. So 8 plus 6. 14. Probably a $20 meal. And I got 2 full meals out of it. So there's not a lot of times in life where you can get like a $10 meal portion anymore. And like this is my most substantial meal that I am eating today. So that is why I did take as much time as I did to prepare it. And like it's quite calorie dense for the price that it is too, right? Yeah, try and foresee what we want to cook next year so we can do another thing together, Mish. Seriously, so good. Hi, Vela. So yeah, I always like to kind of cost out my meals that way too. Because I'm sure if we tried to eat this in a restaurant, I would say minimum $30 nowadays for restaurant menu prices. And that's only for one portion, right? Well, we paid only $20 for 2 people to eat. The way the potato just soaks up the sauce, too. Restaurant prices. Let's just all go cry in a corner, hey, Blondie? Why is simple food, like, the best food? Can someone tell me that? Oh. As, like, kind of heavy this is, it doesn't feel super heavy when you're eating it. Just very, very, like, satisfying. Like, those couple bites, just take a little step back. I'm gonna go back in, like, a couple minutes and have more. Yeah, sweet and simple. The answer is the question. What? The hecky? Okay, so Vela posted the recipe there. So this is called coq au Riesling, which in a French translation, coq actually means like a rooster or like an old hen that has worked a lot. So that's what that means from French. So basically for us in North America, chicken braised with Riesling wine or a nice dry white wine with bacon, mushrooms, served with potato and spinach. And yes, the sauce is finished with some cream just to bring it together. Very simple meal that is actually so delicious and like nourishing feeling. Didn't take us a long time either. We're already done. We're tasted by 2:30. So 2.5 hours for us to learn all this together. That's not bad. And like Mish was saying, is you're also able to braise stuff in the oven if you don't want to watch it on the stovetop. That, or you could even use a slow cooker or, excuse me, like the low setting on an Instapot if you want. So you got lots of options there if you don't have all of the same cookware available to you. We will be back tomorrow, friends, cooking up more deliciousness. I chose a really yummy dish, a Filipino dish, pork belly adobo, which I think we've only made the chicken adobo on stream before. I can't recall if we've made the pork one. The recipe's already in Discord, so check that out if you've ever been intrigued by that dish. I'm very excited to make it tomorrow. I still have to pull my pork out of the freezer. Where is everyone? No one's like streaming today. Hello? Does anyone have a request for a stream? Oh, let's go see a date night in. Pepperoni bread and homemade Eggos. A date night in. You realize you have all these ingredients in your fridge. Oh, I hate that. Yeah, when you leave mushrooms maybe a bit too long, you're like, are these still viable? You made adobo chicken gizzards one day? How was it? Because I've had fried chicken hearts before, which were not bad. Not bad. I've never had, like, gizzards, though. Yeah, you're very welcome, Kimmers. Thank you for being here with us, as always. I hope I inspired you to eat something delicious and maybe even cook something for someone else. And then we'll also be here on Sunday if you're not able to make it tomorrow. I think she spells it N-I-T-E, right? Nope. Actual proper spelling. Okay. A date night in. I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday wherever you are in the world. Mish, thank you once again. This stream is dedicated to you, and I hope you get to make this for yourself one day too. 'tis the season for braising different dishes and warming yourself up with your food, not just turning the heater up in the house, right? Because when you cook in the kitchen, it honestly heats the rest of the house up, which is awesome. Okay, hope to see y'all tomorrow. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. We had a lot of long resubs again today too, so thanks for being part of the kitchen crew. Go pop into our Discord if you're not already in there. That's where we post all of our tasty creations, our menu for the week, and all of the recipes that we cook here for the last 5+ years of streaming already. Craziness. Other than that, love y'all. I hope you stay safe out there. And you know where to find us on the socials if you need any help for cooking at home too. I'm always around, okay? Let's go see what date night's doing. It looks like there's some Eggos on the counter right now. Homemade Eggos. I loved those when I was young. So let's go see. Okay, I'm gonna hit that button. Love y'all. See you tomorrow. Bye!